You know, every restaurant is a buffet if you're willing to pay, especially here in Las Vegas, the all-you-can-eat capital of the world. Hello friends, it's me, Shin, and I'm on a quest to vlog every restaurant on the Las Vegas Strip as well as downtown on Fremont Street. I'm 175 in, and this week for number 176, I'm coming to you from the Wynn, Las Vegas, where we're going to the newly opened Pisces restaurant. Really happy to have you along. I'll see you inside. All right, everyone, and here I am seated at Pisces at the Wynn, Las Vegas. I say this pretty often, but this is truly a stunning restaurant. Absolutely breathtaking. Walking in, you're transported into a Mediterranean paradise. I love the dark aqua tones on the walls with these beautiful sparkling accent fish, dim, intimate lighting, white cloth tabletops, booths and tables for seating, as well as a full-service bar, and every table looks to have a view of the Lake of Dreams. A beautiful restaurant with a fantastic vibe. Now, regardless of the vibes, you know it's all about the food for me, so let's take a look at what they have to eat on the menu. Okie dokie, so here is your menu at Pisces. Let's take a look. Starting over on the left, we have your chilled shellfish and oysters here. And then over we have the appetizers in the bottom left. Burrata, grilled octopus, crispy shrimp, all looking really good. Here is your caviar options. You've got that, that super fancy stuff. Your crudos here. Hamachi, salmon, wagyu beef carpaccio, all sounds really good. And some soups and salads as well, gazpacho, Caesar salad, all looking tasty. And then we have some seafood plateaus, some seafood platters here in the center. Let's see, a voyage, oysters, clams, mussels, shrimp, lobster, king crab, and spicy tuna tartare. That actually sounds pretty incredible. Okay, so this includes all of that plus langoustines and salmon, okay. And then this includes all of that plus the royal caviar. So a lot of really nice big seafood platters here at Pisces. Guessing with the name like Pisces, you would expect that. Here are from the Mediterranean waters. These are flown in daily from all over the world. A lutemere, I haven't seen that on the menu in a minute. They've got the whole Dover sole, a steamed lobster, fisherman stew. This all sounds interesting. Here they have the butcher section. You've got steaks like an Angus prime filet. You've got the New York strip there, a ribeye, all looking really good. And then some entrees here. You've got halibut, salmon, a pan-roasted bluefin tuna. That sounds good. A chicken shawarma. That's interesting. And then if we move on over here, we got the pastas and paellas. Black truffle tagliatelle. A lobster spaghetti. Yeah, this all looks really good. And then you have your sides here. You've got grilled asparagus, fava bean, cassoulet. I actually have no idea how to pronounce that. Greek taverna fries and the like. And that's your menu here at Pisces. That is a beautiful coastal menu here at Pisces, and so many dishes I'm looking forward to trying today. You know how it goes in my videos. Every restaurant is a buffet if you're willing to pay. I'm going to get a nice variety, and together we're going to see what Pisces is all about. Appetizers are coming up first. I'll see you a little bit when they arrive. Okay, actually, scratch waiting on the appetizers. We just got some complimentary bread service, and this is looking really interesting. Let me give you a view. Now, when they arrived, they told me what this was, but it was a really fancy sounding name, and I don't remember it now. But it looks like some kind of a croissant-like bread served with two different sauces. They have little sections that pull apart like a pull-apart bread. So I'm going to try this straight up first. Let's see how the bread is. Oh yeah, that was tasty. A very enjoyable bread here. Initially, it's very much like a croissant. It's flaky and buttery on the outside. However, the interior is much more soft. And while there is a bit of a rich flavor, there's also just a hint of sourness on the back end. Very much like a sourdough. I love the texture, and that slightly sour flavor is really good here. A great start to the bread. Now it is served along two sauces. This green sauce is really flavorful. It has a bit of an earthy flavor to it. I want to say that these are garbanzo beans or something of the like, but mashed up into a paste. It's made very rich with an olive oil that's been incorporated here, and it's incredibly well seasoned. A bit of a brininess to it. This is a really nice sauce. I call it a sauce. It's a little bit more like a paste, but it works really well with the bread here. Now the red sauce is a little bit more of something I would recognize. You have something like a pepper relish here, and it's very good. Not too spicy, but just a little bit of heat, and it's quite garlicky and well seasoned. A slightly chunky pureed texture here works really well with the flaky bread. I'm liking this a lot. Very happy with the bread service today. That's a good way to start. All right, everyone, I'm going to continue working on this bread. I'm joined by my sister today, so we're going to get through this, and then we'll do some appetizers next. Don't go, I'll be right back. And welcome back, everyone. Our appetizers got here. This is looking really good. Let me give you a view. We got an order of their gazpacho as well as their crab cigars and their entry level, the Voyage Seafood Tower. This is all looking so good. Let's give them a try. I'm gonna kick things off with the king crab. I'm a huge fan of king crab, and they've already pre-chopped these giant legs for us. Got a big piece on the fork here. Let's give it a try. Oh, that is really good. Excellent king crab here at Pisces. This king crab leg has the perfect cook on it. Incredibly succulent. You still get a nice plump mouthfeel with this. And this king crab leg is unbelievably sweet. You can really appreciate the high quality of the crab leg here. It's been lightly buttered. It also has a splash of lemon on it. And that bit of citrus and richness work wonders. It's really, really good. An excellent start to the seafood plateau. That was so good. Next up, we'll do the shrimp cocktail. Nice big jumbo shrimp here. I'm gonna dip it into the cocktail sauce. And let's give it a shot. Oh yeah, that is good. A very nice shrimp here. Nice and plump, great firm texture to it, perfectly chilled and cleanly deveined. A nice sweet briny flavor from that shrimp. And along with that cocktail sauce providing some tang, sweetness, and that nice bit of kick, that was a very enjoyable shrimp cocktail. So far so good, I'm really enjoying this. Next up, we'll go in on the black mussels. Now these actually come in some kind of a sauce. I think I could smell curry here. Let's see what they taste like. Oh yeah, that's good. Very nice mussel here at Pisces. Incredibly fresh. You can really tell that the seafood here is flown in daily. I wouldn't surprise if any of these catches were alive yesterday. That's at a very nice texture to these mussels, a decent give to that chew, and it's served in something like a green Thai curry sauce. It's very refreshing. It's a bit tart, some nice sour elements there, but a good pungent curry flavor also. Some very nice mussels here. Really liking everything in Pisces so far. Next up, I'll go in on the oysters. Beautiful large oyster here. I've got it topped with some mignonette as well as some real shaved horseradish. And I'm always down for a good oyster. Let's give this a try. Oh yeah, that is really good. Oh, these are excellent oysters here at Pisces. I mentioned it before with the mussels, but I'm gonna extra emphasize it here. These are so fresh. Not too slimy, you can really still get a little bit of the texture here, and just such a wonderfully briny flavor. I love the usage of real horseradish. Just gives a bit more of a natural kick, and a little bit of tang coming from that mignonette is working very well. I'm really impressed by the quality of the seafood here. A very nice oyster. Next up, I'm gonna try the clams. Also served in some kind of a sauce, although this one is a little bit less fragrant than that green curry I saw earlier. A good looking clam though. Let's see how the clams are today. Oh yeah, that too is very good. I think I'm gonna be singing the praises of the freshness of the seafood here all night, because the clams are repeating the verse. A nice briny salinity coming from those clams. I can almost experience the ocean air through this bite. Now, I thought this was a different sauce, but it does taste very similar to that green curry that we had earlier with the mussels. But a nice pungent curry flavor, bringing extra dimension to these clams is a nice piece of work. I'm a big fan of those as well. Next up, the lobster catalan. Nice big chunks of lobster, and I'm really excited for this one. Let's see how it is. Yeah, you know what, not bad. Now, when it comes to this particular recipe, you can absolutely appreciate the freshness of this lobster. Such a plump and succulent texture. I really appreciate the bite. Now, the Catalan sauce for me is a bit heavy-handed. I feel like I tasted nothing but olive oil for the first half of the chew. After that is when you can really taste the rest of the flavors, a little bit more of that lemon coming through. But I do think that initial olive oil blast was a bit abrasive for my taste. I certainly like the way it mellowed out by the end though. Still a pretty good lobster dish. Next up, the crab salad. You know, I didn't see this in the description of the Voyage, but my server assures me that we got the Voyage seafood platter, so I'm down for it. Here's the crab salad. Oh yeah, that's tasty. A very nice spicy crab salad here. I don't think I'm gonna find bad quality seafood here today, folks. Everything has been consistently fresh and tasty, and this crab salad is no exception. A beautiful crab meat, super soft and tender, and a light application of this slightly spicy dressing. It's actually very good. It's well seasoned. A bit of a richness there is also really nice. There's also a nice hint of acid in here. You can definitely taste the lemon. Altogether, a very nice seafood crab salad. And another winner for the seafood tower, that was a really nice crab salad. All right, everyone, now the last bite that I'm trying from the seafood tower is gonna be their spicy tuna tartare. Served with some bonefish style crackers. I've got a nice little bit assembled here. Let's give it a taste. Oh, that is really good. I am loving this tuna tartare. With a name like Pisces, you really can't have bad seafood, and I'm happy to report that the quality of the seafood from this entire platter has been top-notch. This tuna is no different, incredibly fresh, a nice firm texture to it, and a good mild flavor. Spicy's in the name, although I wouldn't exactly call this super spicy. It's a very approachable heat, a bit of richness coming from the dressing that's been applied. This is just a very tasty tuna tartare. I've tried a handful of seafood towers now doing YouTube here in Las Vegas, and this is easily one of the best I've ever had. Next up, I'm gonna try the crab cigar. A really interesting presentation. I love this crab-shaped sauce container, and we'll give this cigar a little bit of dip, and we'll give the crab cigar a taste. Oh, that is really good. These crab cigars are so flavorful, wow. We'll just start from the outside in. This phyllo dough is so crispy, wonderfully light, just an addicting crunch to it in general. It is a tad on the oily side, but I'm way overlooking that because the flavors here are so good. Yeah, both a king crab as well as a blue crab mix in here, and you would not believe how forward-facing that crab flavor is. I was expecting to lose out a lot of that briny taste, but it is front and center here. Excellently seasoned, this tastes really good. Now this is served alongside a pepper remoulade sauce, and this sauce is magic. It's creamy, it's rich, it has a nice approachable heat to it, and it's really garlicky and very well seasoned. This comes together so well. That tastes so good, I'm in love with this one. All right, everyone, now the last bite that I'm trying from the appetizers is gonna be their gazpacho. Now, gazpacho is a tomato soup served cold that has its roots in Spain, a refreshing summer favorite. I've got a nice big spoonful here. Let's see how it is. Oh yeah, that is good. A very tasty gazpacho here. I love the consistency. It's not quite a paste, but certainly thicker than water. It has almost a silky mouthfeel to it. It's made rich with some very high quality olive oil, and a recipe this simple being this delicious really highlights the quality of the ingredients that they used here. A nice natural sweetness coming from that tomato, but excellently seasoned. You definitely get a savory ride on the way out. This is very tasty, it's very light and refreshing. In the summer heat, I could see this being an absolute joy. That's a good gazpacho. All right, everyone, now that's gonna do it for all the appetizers today. My sister and I continue working on this, and then we'll go on our first round of entrees. I'll be right back. And welcome back, everyone. My first round of entrees just got here. This is looking really good. Let me give you a view. I got their wagyu beef chuck agnolotti, as well as their chicken shawarma paillard. I also got their fisherman stew and the black truffle tagliatelle. This is all looking really tasty. Let's give it a try. Now I want to kick things off with the chicken shawarma. You kind of build your own pita shawarma setup here. And I've got all the ingredients assembled. Here's the chicken shawarma. Oh yeah, that is good. A very tasty chicken shawarma here. Starting with the toasted pita bread, a slightly crispy texture to the outside, though a little bit more soft and spongy in the center. This pita wrapper has been doused in a fair amount of oil, providing richness, and it has a bit of an earthy flavor to it. I do like this pita bread. Now the chicken shawarma here is really flavorful. A fantastic array of spices and seasonings. You can really make out a lot of those Mediterranean flavors. A little bit smoky, a little bit nutty. Just a hint of spice as well. I'm really enjoying the flavor of this chicken. It's made even better by the fact that it's incredibly tender and very juicy. Nice soft chicken meat here. It's actually working very well in this overall package. You have some curried cauliflower here, and they've been cooked excellently. Nice and soft throughout, with a bit of that pungent curry flavor. I do like that. The cucumber and tomatoes here provide a bit of a freshness, and they have a cool yogurt sauce that's very rich, given that it's been emulsified with olive oil, also delivering a nice cooling tang. This is all coming together very nicely. A good chicken shawarma dish right there. Next up, the wagyu beef cheek agnolotti. Now this is a seafood restaurant, but I still wanted to show off different proteins in case you have members in your party that aren't big seafood lovers. Hopefully it's good. Let's see how it is. Oh yeah, that's tasty. Oh, this is a very satisfying pasta dish. Starting with the pasta itself. This pasta is obviously made from scratch and in-house. Though this is certainly pasta al dente, it's working fine in this particular recipe. The Wagyu beef cheek is beyond tender. It truly melts in your mouth. In some ways, I actually wish it had a little bit more chew to it. You're not exactly getting a meaty quality by biting into this. The flavor, though, is really where it excels. Though there's a bit of a peppery kick to it, that beef is incredibly rich. It's been well seasoned, and there's an additional salinity added by the shaved cheese on top. Not all shaved cheese, though. Some of it is actually shaved horseradish, which is very interesting, giving just a hint of a natural kick in the middle of the bite. And having that kick coming from the horseradish really helps to balance out a lot of the salinity coming from both the beef as well as the cheese. You can even taste a bit of that horseradish in the cream sauce, which in itself is also incredibly rich, very creamy, although there's also a hint of citrus in there, something like some lemon. Now, beyond just butter, they're also using bone marrow in this recipe, delivering an even richer mouthfeel and a silkier texture. Even in this form, you can really appreciate the quality of the beef. You can really get that umami. A nice satisfying bite here. A nice tasty pasta dish right there. Next up, I'm going in on their black truffle tagliatelle. I believe this was the one vegetarian dish I was able to scope out on the menu. And so if you're not really into seafood, they do have some beef, chicken, and vegetarian options here. And I've got a nice big fork full of that black truffle pasta. Let's give it a taste. Oh yeah, that's good. Very nice pasta dish here. Starting with the tagliatelle pasta itself, again, very clearly made from scratch and in-house. But more so than the agnolotti, we definitely have a much more firm texture here, much closer to al dente. Now, obviously, you can see the black shaved truffles here, not using a truffle oil. And so you can really appreciate the natural pungent flavors of that truffle. It's definitely up front and center. It's one of the first flavors that you taste. And it's mellow enough that you can really enjoy it. The rest of the cream sauce is a very peppery sauce. It's not so much a spicy heat than it is a black peppery kick, and it's actually working very well here. You get the earthy flavors of the truffles up front with a beautiful black pepper note on the back end. This all goes together very well. A very nice vegetarian pasta here. Next up, I'm gonna go in on their fisherman stew. There's a nice big pan filled with a lot of seafood in a tomato broth, and I've got a nice big spoonful here of some king crab. Here's their seafood stew. Oh yeah, that was tasty. A very nice seafood stew here. Starting with the broth, a nice tomato-based broth. It's light and it's well seasoned. Flavor profile-wise, it's very reminiscent of something like a Manhattan clam chowder. It's called chowder, but it's much more watery. Tomato-based with a little bit of kick, although I would say the seafood flavors are much more emulsified in this than any Manhattan clam chowder I've had in the past. It does have a nice garlicky flavor, and you can definitely appreciate the natural flavors of the tomato up front early in the bite. Any seafood that you get with this then takes over in the middle. The king crab was nice, but I'm also finding that the shrimp is really excellent. So is the fish. In fact, all the seafood in here is very, very good. Given all the seafood in the platter earlier was as fresh as it was, I'm not surprised to find that the quality of the seafood in this fisherman's stew is top tier. A beautiful briny sweetness coming from the king crab, as well as the shrimp and lobster, the mussels, the clams, the fish, all delivering their own unique flavors. It's been incorporated well into the broth, and individually on their own, they're still able to retain their taste. This is very nice. Now, the seafood stew is also served alongside some bread that you can dip into the broth here, and this is always kind of nice. Let's see how this bread tastes. Yeah, that's good. You got some well-toasted crostini bread here. Slightly crispy on the outside, nice and soft in the center, and it's been doused in a very rich olive oil, which is adding a different dimension of flavor when it comes to dipping it into the broth. A bit of a neutral earthy flavor coming from that bread also. Having that additional texture is actually pretty welcome here, a little bit of a breakup in that soup. All said, well done. An enjoyable fisherman's stew. All right, everyone, now that's all the food I'm trying in this first round of entrees. My sister and I are going to continue working on this. We'll box it all up to go, and then we'll do our next round. Don't go, I'll be right back. And welcome back, everyone. Our second round of entrees just got here, and this is looking really tasty. Let me give you a view. Now, we got their salt-baked lutemer, as well as their pan-roasted bluefin tuna. And for sides, I got their fava beans, as well as their Greek taverna fries. This is all looking really tasty. Let's give it a try. I'm going to be kicking off this round with a pan-roasted bluefin tuna. This looks very much like a deconstructed beef Wellington. I've got all of the elements on the fork here. Hopefully it's good. Let's see how this is. Oh, that is so good. Excellent dish, this bluefin tuna, wow. I'm really liking everything about this. They have something like a lattice-shaped puff pastry. Not all that buttery, but it does deliver a bit of a nutty flavor, and it's ultra flaky. Loving the texture on that lattice puff pastry. The bluefin tuna is really good. Very firm, has a beautiful sear on it, and a very nice mild flavor. It's been seasoned simply but generously. I really do like the flavor of the tuna here. And the dichotomy of textures is really nice up against that lattice-style puff pastry. Now they have a mushroom reduction here made from porcinis, and that's where a lot of the flavor comes from. The majority of the salinity in the bite is coming from that mushroom duxelle-like layer. And in addition to that salinity, it's delivering a beautiful earthiness. It's really good. They have a mushroom sauce reduction here that's also adding a lot of flavor. This is really, really tasty. It's an inventive dish and all the flavors come together really well. I very much enjoyed that one. Next up, I'm going in on their salt baked Blvd. This is a Mediterranean sea bass that's been prepared in a giant salt bake. And what you're wanting from that salt bake is to reduce as much moisture as possible, concentrating the flavors of the fish, as well as firming up that flesh for texture. It comes out salt baked and also flambéed, the heat providing some additional moisture extraction, and it's also a bit of a show. The fish is then extracted from the salt bake. There's already an herb mixture inside, but they also top this all off with a beurre blanc sauce. And I believe this is their flagship Mediterranean fish offering, so I'm really looking forward to this one. Here's their salt baked Blvd. Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, this is a tasty recipe. We'll start with the fish itself. The sea bass does have a nice mild flavor. However, personally, I think the fish could be a little bit more flaky. And outside of the sauce, the flesh is a bit on the dry side. I suppose that might be by design though. It is in a salt bake, extracting as much moisture as possible. But I think a little bit more moisture to that fish would have been welcome here. A nice herb mix here, very floral. It's garlicky, ever so slightly spicy, and I am liking the herby nature it's giving the fish. The beurre blanc sauce is actually quite good. It's rich, it's creamy, and beyond just flavor, the moisture is what I'm really appreciating from the sauce here. A good splash of lemon has provided some citrus notes, and all in all, I would say this is pretty good, and certainly not a bad fish, but I think for their flagship offering, I was expecting something just a little bit more mind-blowing. I'll be trying some side next, first off with the taverna fries. Served with some kind of a cream sauce, we'll give it a bit of a dip here. Let's see how the taverna fries are today. Oh yeah, that's tasty. I'm definitely enjoying these French fries. A nice fry on these, a crispy exterior, pillowy potato center, a bit of a satisfying crisp here. I do like the cook on these fries. The seasoning blend is really where this shines. Not only do you have your standard salt and pepper, but you also have some oregano, delivering a bit of an herbaceous floral note here. The Parmesan cheese shavings provide a bit of a rich saltiness. I really enjoy the flavor of these French fries. I'm a fan. I think I might actually try that seasoning blend at home on my own French fries sometime. All right, everyone, now the last bite that I'm trying for my dinner tonight is going to be their fava buns cassoulet. I think it's cassoulet, I'm just guessing at the pronunciation here. Got some fava beans as a side, and a nice big spoonful. Let's give these a shot. Oh yeah, that was good. Now, personally, I do think the beans may be ever so slightly under. They're just a little bit harder than I'd personally like them to be, but still relatively soft all the way through, and a decent chew here. They've really been able to retain the natural flavors of the edamame, as well as the fava beans. This is a very rich dish that's been doused in a lot of butter, garlic, and shallots, as well as a little bit of parsley for freshness. It's a simple dish, but it's executed well. For me personally, a little bit softer on the beans would have been nice, but in general, the flavors here are very well constructed. That's a nice side dish right there. All right, everyone, now that's all the food I'm trying today. A few more bites, my sister and I are going to box this all up to go, and then we'll do some dessert next. Don't go anywhere because sweets are coming up. And welcome back, my friends. All of our food is now packed up and ready to go, so it's time for some sweets. Let's take a look at the dessert menu together. Now, here is your dessert menu at Pisces. Let's go and take a look. We have it looks like a cheesecake up there, as well as a salted caramel ganache, layer cake, Greek yogurt soft serve. That sounds, with baklava donuts, oh man, that sounds good. Ooh, a Dubai chocolate rocher, and a warm olive cake. Actually, all of these are looking so good. But that's the dessert menu here at Pisces. That's actually so many good looking desserts. I'm not sure what to get, but I will get my order in when my server is back. But for all of you at home, I'm gonna make that dessert appear right now. And here it is, everyone. Our Greek yogurt dessert has arrived. Now, this is a Greek soft serve yogurt, and it comes along with baklava donuts. That was the selling point for me when I read it on the menu. And I've got a nice big spoonful here of all the ingredients. I must admit, I am really full, but there's always just a little bit of room for some dessert, right? Let's activate the dessert stomach. Give this a try. Oh, that is so good. Excellent dessert here at Pisces. Wow. Such a smooth and velvety consistency. I'm really enjoying this Greek yogurt. It's sweet, it's slightly tangy the way you're expecting a Greek yogurt to be. A perfect consistency, a really enjoyable, smooth flavor. I'm liking the Greek yogurt a lot. You have a tart fruit compote here. It's slightly bitter, nice and sweet, with a bit of a sour tartness to it. It complements the yogurt well. Now let me sing some praises about this baklava donut hole because they are ridiculously addictive. A wonderful donut texture, super fluffy on the inside, nice and soft on the outside. Like biting into a flavorful cloud, I really like the texture of these donuts. The chopped up walnuts provide a nice earthy nuttiness here. All the flavors that you're expecting from baklava are definitely present. A little bit of woodsiness coming from some cinnamon, a nice buttery richness to it as well. And the natural sweet flavors of honey here are the perfect accent. This all just works together very well. Now that is an excellent dessert. I enjoyed that truly. All right, my friends, now while my sister and I are totally stuffed, the kitchen did want us to try just one more dessert, and so they sent out something very, very cool. This is called If Wishes Were Fishes. We have a chocolate cake with a beautiful presentation. This dark chocolate sauce melting what appears to be white chocolate bones, creating for just a beautiful show. But regardless of how it looks, I'm curious about what it tastes like, and so I have all of the elements on the fork here, and this is looking really tasty. Let's give this a shot. Oh my gosh, that was so good. This is an excellent dessert, oh my goodness. Whoever is the pastry chef at the Wynn should be commended because they are doing a fantastic job. This salted caramel ganache layer cake is ridiculous. It's spongy, it's soft, it's fudgy. Such a deep cocoa chocolate flavor. With just a hint of bitterness, it's perfectly balanced. I'm telling you, whoever is back there working on pastries is just a chemist. I love the additional sweetness coming from this white chocolate, and the warm fudge sauce is also delivering a very rich flavor. The salted caramel frosting on top has a delicious nutty sweetness, and it's also topped by some gold flakes. Not that I can taste them, but I feel more important eating them. You have graham cracker dust here, delivering a bit of a nutty sweetness also, and I just love the way they put this together. It's somehow light and decadent at the same time. I'm finding it very hard to stop at just one spoonful. Big fan of this dessert. I'm really happy they sent this one out. All right, everyone, now that's going to do it for my dinner here at Pisces at the Wynn, Las Vegas. All of the food you saw in the video today came out to about $925 before tip, and my sister and I certainly had a great time. Although I thought the seafood platter was excellent and all the quality of the seafood was fantastic, it was really the crab cigars that I found the most enjoyable when it came to flavor. I would get that over and over again. For my first round of entrees, I think I enjoyed the black truffle tagliatelle the most. That was actually a very tasty pasta dish. Easily the best entree I had tonight though was from that second round, which was the pan-roasted bluefin tuna. A deconstructed Wellington preparation was genius and it worked together really well. I thought both desserts were excellent here at Pisces. I'm pretty sure I could enjoy coming back here just for a cocktail and one of these desserts by themselves. It's genuinely one of the most stunning restaurants I've ever stepped foot inside here on the Las Vegas Strip, next to the Lake of Dreams, and with a lot of really great seafood fare. If you're coming out to Pisces, I think you're gonna have a good time. If you're staying at the Wynn or Encore, or you've been interested in checking out the Pisces restaurant, I hope this video has been informative for you. Alright everyone, now that's going to do it for this week's video where I continue my quest to vlog every restaurant on the Las Vegas Strip as well as downtown on Fremont Street. Make sure you return next Saturday. I would love to have you as I continue to add to my collection. Thank you so much for watching. Have yourself a fantastic week, and I hope you enjoy Vegas with me, Shin. Bye.